Have you ever wondered what hair type your Barbie really has? Did you know that in the first 40 years of Barbie, Mattel used no more than 3 types of Barbie hair fibers? I'm Busy Bee from Germany, and today I'd like to tell you a little bit about the different hair fibers today, because you know afterwards how to style the Barbie hair. Which fiber is the easiest and which is the hardest to style? Good to know when you want to restore Barbie dolls. What have these two dolls in common? Well, they both have Saran hair. This is a very early form and this is a form from the late 70s, but they both have Saran hair. And Saran hair is a very widespread hair type in the Barbie world, especially when you have a look up until the 1980s. This is the hair you find on almost all dolls. And the characteristic of Saran hair is that it's hard to style. Maybe you have seen 1 or 2 pics of the production from Japan where they put the dolls in these big cooking pots with the curlers in the hair, and that's why Saran is super hard to style. But it's a very long-lasting hair fiber. You don't get a lot of tangles. So this can also be seen, the cooking pot method, when you use the early dolls, like the ponytails, they had bangs and they used them for the bangs here and the curls here. That was also made with the curlers and the cooking pot method. But they also used Saran hair on the talking Barbie dolls. That's also Saran hair. Even if this version is not looking super shiny, but I think it comes from the red tone. The reddish tone somehow makes a very matte kind of hair. Don't know if it is anything copper related. I have no idea, but it's only the red tone that is not super shiny. But it's all the same material. And why is it Saran hair? Super easy, because you can find the producer of the Saran hair online, and I talked about a Barbie expert about my theory that they would rather use Saran than mohair, because Saran was available in Japan in the 1950s already and mohair wasn't, and they tried to keep the production costs low, and that's why they used Saran hair and no mohair. If you want, I can link you the online source I found for the Barbie hair producer online. Let me know in the comments if you want to get the link too, so that you can have a look yourself. You can buy Saran hair online, but in Europe we have the problem that most of the shops are not restocked properly, and it makes it a bit hard to find a good Saran hair dealer. The next fiber I'd like to show you is the nylon hair. This was not used very often. I have this Rockstars Barbie from the 80s, and she has Saran hair. She was made in the Philippines. And this is one of the few dolls I have with nylon hair. It was more used for My Little Ponies. There you find it more often. But sometimes the hair fiber appears in the Barbie world too. And this is one of the few dolls I have with nylon hair here. I don't know if it was too expensive. It's easier to style than Saran hair was. The curls stay in their position very, very easy, and don't know if it was a cost problem or not, but somehow this is not super widespread, this hair type here. So you can also buy nylon hair. And what characterizes nylon is the wide amount of colors that you have here in the nylon section. In the mid-80s we find another hair fiber, slightly to be seen more and more on Barbie dolls. until we hit the 1990s, where almost all Barbie dolls have Kanekalon hair, like you see it on my 90s dolls here. Kanekalon is a cheap to produce hair fiber, and this also explains why we have the amount of hair in the 90s, the explosive amount of hair that we never had before on any Barbie from the early decades. So this is a cost factor. Somehow this hair became super cheap around 1990, and we have a lot of these Kanekalon hair dolls in the 90s. The only disadvantage is that they tend to tangle, and that's why I keep my long-haired girls with Kanekalon hair in braided hair. I want to avoid the tangles here. But sometimes we have variations, like you can see here on my Perfume Pretty Barbie. She has Saran hair and Kanekalon hair here. This is Saran, this is Kanekalon hair. And this is a combination of two hair fibers. I only know one other doll, that's the Style Magic Barbie, but I don't have one. She has also two kinds of hair fibers. So there are variations. And we still have sometimes the Saran hair, but it's not super often on dolls anymore. But like the Hollywood hair Barbie has this hair fiber, and what we see is that they have less tangled hair, and the hair is often in better shape than the pure Kanekalon hair dolls. If you want to know what happens inside the hair while a Barbie is made, I have made another video for you where you can see how the hair is stitched into the hand. Normally it's done by machine, but I have done this by hand. You can also do this by hand. It's more time consuming but possible. That's why I also showed you the Saran and Nylon hair I have for restorations. I will link you the link in the description. And here's your next chance to participate and vote for one of my next videos. This is my ponytail swirl restoration project, which I have done in 2021. And this is a frenzy, and in the Louisville, Kentucky National Doll Show they showed a prototype where this hairstyle was made on a frenzy prototype, and my idea is to recreate this unique hairstyle of a swirl ponytail for a frenzy. Let me know in the comments, would you like to do me a ponytail swirl reroute on a frenzy? Thanks for your vote! My dear viewers, thank you for staying until the end of this video, and please tell me your experiences with the different hair fibers you have made until today. Please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. See you very, very soon. Your Bisbee from Germany. Bye. My dear viewers, thank you for staying until the end of this video. Please tell me your experiences with the different hair fibers you made in the past until today. And thank you for